That reminds me of a show. I did Southern States in 2007. Brutal final week prep. I ended up having severe diarrhea like 3 days prior to the show and for 2 days and the day of the show. Mind you, I'm on diuretics and the diarrhea is going. I'm feeling like fucking death. And end up winning the show first and overall. And, you know, everybody's scrambling to get to the restaurant as soon as possible. Well, men's bodybuilding is always last, right? So, of course. It's the category that should not be last, but whatever. Another conversation. I think we decided on it was an IHOP. Mm-hmm. Remember that? We went to IHOP.
Oh, yeah.
It was everybody, the whole family, my coach, my mom, my dad, Paul, girlfriends, boyfriends, 15, 20 people at IHOP. Everybody puts in their order. I put my order in first. I'm hungry, you know, can we get my order in first? I just want a hamburger. And post show, you win, you're feeling good, feeling pretty positive, happy. It's like, yeah, I'm starving and I've got nothing. I've been eating, you know, what we eat. And everybody's food comes out 20, 30 minutes later. My food, like nowhere to be seen. Everybody's eating. I'm just sitting there like a fucking psychopath, boiling in my skin, trying to control myself as best as I possibly can. And I ask, hey, is that burger coming? She's like, oh, I forgot to put it in.
Oh my gosh.
And that's when I just like lost it.
You were just hotter with every minute too.
Oh yeah, I just kept getting. She's like, "Oh, I forgot to put it. I'm so sorry." I'm like, "I'm so fucking sorry too." I just want my fucking hamburger, and I just was like, "Fuck it." I just started taking food off other people's plates at that point. I'm like, but yeah, good times. All the shows that I actually tried to plan what I was going to eat, I never did well for those shows.
Yeah.
I never. My conditioning was not.
That's a good point.
Good.
Your head, if
My
that's
head
what
was
your
not
head
in the right
was,
place.
yeah.
And so I
People that are just ready for it to be over. Rather than
Exactly.
how good can I look for this one thing, and once I'm done, then I'll do whatever.
Well, I remember doing it was the Arctic Pro. It was in Anchorage, and I did that show with Mark Dugdale, John Meadows, Sean Clarita, a couple other guys. And after prejudging, we all go to Texas Roadhouse or whatever restaurant it was, and we all order burgers. And here's Mark Dugdale ordering a little teeny piece of salmon and some applesauce.
good for Mark.
And I'm like, this guy,
It seems like a Mark move.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, this guy,
Solid.
and he won the show.
Yeah, oh yeah. His
Anyone-
conditioning was always
Yeah.
incredible. It was always spot on.
Well, I think that a lot of people are results driven. So when you see your body changing, when you see those numbers, when you see the visual in the mirror changing, I mean, at least for me, especially in the beginning, that was a huge driving force and what motivated me to want to keep going.
That's kind of the addicting part.
Absolutely.
For people, even if they're not really into
Yes.
it. Like, man, I get clients and they're
Right.
like, to begin with, they're just kind of easing into it. Like, hey, man, I quit drinking and smoking, and I need to get into the gym.
Yeah.
Well, they don't want to get deep into the diet details or anything yet. Hey, man, like, just do one thing better.
Yeah.
All right, like, let's just fix one meal a day. So then that starts working, and I'm like, hey, man, like, I look different in the gym. Like, I saw myself in a picture, and I look different.
Yeah.
So it's like, makes me want to
Absolutely.
do this. And then they pay for it, too, whenever they, like, go off the rails.
Yeah.
Like, dude, I went to a birthday party this weekend, and then we drank like twice this week.
Yeah.
And on Monday, I like see myself in the mirror. I'm like, oh, I look like shit. And I feel like shit. I eat clean for 2 days.
Get guilty.
And I feel so much better after eating clean for 2 days. So like, I'll just start skipping the BS on the weekend and tighten it up.
You know, another thing for people to stay on track, I think, is investing like your money. Because if you pay for a program, if you pay for a coach, you're more inclined to follow that program because you're investing your time and your money into it, right? True. I mean, it's easy for anyone to just, put things off day after day when they're not putting any investment into it at all. So I think that, paying for a coach or whatever it might be, that accountability goes a long way, and everybody thrives on accountability. I don't care who you are. I mean, Michael Jordan had coaches. You know what I mean? So everybody thrives off accountability, and investing your money into a good coach, I think, is a good way to stay driven. Absolutely.
Yeah, discipline. how to find that discipline. That's a tricky question. I think
You got to want it.
you do. You really got to want it.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't, it's just never going to happen.
Right. What's in your heart?
You
Truly,
know,
what's in your heart?
I think a part of it, I think everybody can find and dig deep to find that passion, but it's a matter of the right scenarios to take place in order to trigger those buttons
Yeah.
within your psyche, your subconscious.
It
your
could be a
conscious.
healthcare for somebody. It could
yeah.
be, yeah.
It could be, could be an environmental situation. It could be your upbringing as a child.
Yeah, but sometimes those events can be a blessing in disguise that
100%.
catapults you into.
And they can
Great
be.
things.
I think it's a matter of actually looking at it as a blessing. Most people
Sure.
have bad things happen and they don't look at it with a glass half full
Right.
approach. They
Of
look at
course.
it as a
Yeah.
poor me,
Pessimistic, yeah.
why,
Mhm.
poor me. And I think that's one thing for myself, if I've ever been encountered with an issue, I have as a kid been encountered with issues and taken that approach of, oh man, why, poor me, blah, 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 blah. But as I got older and the problems became bigger, I'm very much, I'm more equipped and conscious of my thoughts and the importance and significance of my thoughts, that the decisions that I make post traumatic event or whatever may be going on it will ultimately determine how this can be converted into an opportunity
Yeah.
of some sort.
Yeah.
So I'm constantly looking at things that may happen that suck or they hurt or it's a problem, and I go, all right, where's the good in this?
Yeah.
And once I got into that habit, I started to attract more and more good.
Yeah.
Also, there was more issues and problems that you have to take on, but as long as you maintain this mindset of, look, no matter how bad it gets, you can take that approach that no matter how bad it gets, it could always be worse.
Yeah.
And no matter how, look at this event that took place, what an incredible loss I may be facing or we have faced. But how can we go and salvage from that and find a better opportunity within
Yeah.
what just took place?
Yeah.
And if you can figure out how to do that, I think it's one of the recipes to get you through just about anything in life. I've been through some rough stuff, and everybody
Yeah,
has.
100%, man.
We've all been through things, but we're still here.
Yeah.
And you do what you can to make the best of every day. But I think that discipline it's a matter of asking yourself, how bad do you want something?
Yeah.
And if you don't want it, that's the question. How bad do you want
Yeah.
that? And that will determine your discipline to achieve it. If you don't want it and you're living a life of complacency,
Yeah.
then you're not going to get it. It's not going to land on your lap.
No.
And if it did, it's quickly going to vanish.
Yeah.
Because
It'll
easy
be
come, easy
fleeting.
go.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything that's come easy in my life has gone real easy as well. And the things that I put an incredible amount of discipline and grit into turned out to be long-term investments that generated some sort of fulfillment over the long haul. I think that discipline is a matter of deciding, and maybe you need to put yourself in situations where you can evoke that, whether that be going to the gym,
Yeah.
enlisting into the military,
Yeah. Don't
going to
always-
college, whatever it may be. Take the plunge, figure out what it is in your life that really makes you happy.
Yeah.
What makes you happy to get up? If you could wake up every single day and go, this is exactly what I want to be doing, then you have an idea of the path that you need to go down. If somebody wrote you a $100 million check, what would you do? What would you do?
Right.